Hello students, today we will discuss about the mathematical procedure for dot structure in second lecture of chemical bonding. So for the mathematical procedure for dot structure, how will you calculate the total number of sigma bond, pi bonds and lone pairs are present in a given molecule with the help of some variables. So firstly, calculate the value of N1. In case of mathematical procedure, firstly calculate the value of N1. What is N1? So N1 is the total number of valence electron in all atoms minus charge of cation plus charge of anion. If we want to calculate the number of pi and sigma bond in case of cation, then the charge of cation will be subtracted with the total number of valence electron in all atom, and in case of anion, the charge of anion will be addited in total number of valence electron in all atom. Clear? So here we can easily calculate the value of N1. For example, suppose in case of H2CO3, we want to calculate the total number of or the value of N1. This is the molecule. H2CO3 is the molecule. So value of N1 is simply the total number of valence electron in all atom. In case of hydrogen, we have only one electron. We have two hydrogens, so 2 electron plus. In case of carbon, we have 4 electrons in the valence shell. In case of oxygen, we have 6 electrons. We have 3 oxygens, so total number of electrons are 18. So the value of N1 will be 24. Secondly, we calculate the value of N2, which is equal to 2 into number of H atoms, hydrogen atoms, plus 8 into other atoms except hydrogen. Other atom except hydrogen. So in case of H2CO3, the value of N2 will be 2 into number of H atoms, which is 2, plus 8 into other atom except hydrogen, so 3 and 1/4, 3 atoms of oxygen and 1 atom is carbon, so total number of atoms are 4. So in case of H2CO3, N1 will be, here is 32 plus 4, 36. Then calculate the value of N3. N3 is the N2 minus N1, so we can easily calculate the bond pair. Bond pair, which is N3 divided by 2. Then lone pair. Lone pair is N1 minus N3 divided by 2. So in case of H2CO3, total number of bond pair N3, 36 minus 24 divided by 2. 36 minus 24, which is equal to 12 divided by 2. So we have 6 bond pair and the value of N3 is 12. So lone pair will be 24 minus 12 divided by 2, which is also 6. So here is the 6 bond pair as well as 6 lone pair. In case of number of pi bond, for the calculation of number of pi bond, it is tetravalent atom number of tetravalent atom plus 1 minus monovalent atom number of monovalent atom minus number of trivalent atom divided by 2. Here is the formula of number of pi bond. Clear? For example, in case of H2CO3, the number of pi bond will be pi bond. Tetravalent atom, here is the carbon only one, so 1 plus 1 minus monovalent atom, here is the oxygen. In formula we have no any bivalent atom, so here is the monovalent atom 2 divided by 2, so the value of pi bond, which is 1. Clear? So in case of H2CO3, number of bond pairs are 6, number of lone pairs are 6, pi bond is 1, so number of sigma bond will be 6 minus 1, which is equal to 5. Clear? Once again, in case of mathematical procedure for dot structure, we calculate the some variables like N1. N1 is the total number of valence electron in all atoms. Clear? Minus charge of cation plus charge of anion. If we want to calculate the number of bond pair and lone pair in case of molecule, so here charge of cation and charge of anion will be 0, but in case of cation, valence minus charge of cation, in case of anion, valence minus charge of anion, it will be 0. Clear? So after calculation of N1, calculate N2. N2 is the 2 into number of hydrogen atoms plus 8 into other atoms except hydrogen. Clear? So N3 will be N2 minus N1, N2 minus N1. Then bond pair will be N3 divided by 2. And lone pair will be N1 minus N3 divided by 2. Clear? And the number of pi bond, which is calculated by the given formula, number of tetravalent atoms plus 1 minus number of monovalent atom minus number of trivalent atom divided by 2. Clear? So for example, H2CO3, in case of H2CO3, N1 is equal to 2 plus 4 plus 18. Total number of valence electron in all atom is 24. In case of H2CO3, N2 will be 2 into number of hydrogen atom, 2 into 2 plus 8 into other atom. Other atoms is 3 plus 1, 4. So 8 into 4. So value of N2 will be 36. So bond pair will be 36 minus 24 divided by 2, which is 12 by 2, value 6. And lone pair will be 24 minus 12 by 2, which is equal to 6. Now number of pi bond, tetravalent atom, which is carbon only, so 1 plus 1 minus monovalent atom, hydrogen only, 2 by 2, which is equal to 1. No effect of bivalent atom in case of number of pi bond. Clear? So here the mathematical procedure for calculation of number of pi bonds, sigma bond as well as lone pair. This mathematical procedure also help the dot structure of a given molecule, such as if we calculated number of pi, sigma as well as lone pair, so we can easily draw the dot structure. For example, in case of H2CO3, here number of sigma bonds are 5, pi bond which is 1, and lone pair which is 6. Firstly, draw the central atom, which is carbon, symmetrically 3 oxygen and 2 hydrogen. Then bivalent atom, and last layer is for monovalent atom. In case of dot structure, from outer to inner, the valency of the element increases. The outer layer will be monovalent atom, next will be bi, next will be poly. From outer to inner, the valency of atom decreases. Now, bonded these atoms according to their requirement. Hydrogen contain only 1 electron, so sharing of 1 electron with oxygen. Similarly, sharing of 1 electron with oxygen. Here oxygen shared with 1 electron with carbon. Similarly, this oxygen is also shared with 1 electron with carbon. And carbon contains 4 electrons in the outermost shell. 2 are shared with oxygen, so left 2 are shared with another oxygen. So in this molecule we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sigma, 1 pi, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 lone pair each on O atom. So total number of lone pairs are 6. Clear? So here is the best way to calculate the number of pi bonds, sigma bond as well as lone pair of a given molecule in case of organic molecules only. While organic molecules always obeys octet rule. This method is not applicable for electron deficient as well as electron rich molecules. It is applicable only for those molecules which satisfied octet rule. Clear? Now, one more example, like we have the molecule C6H12O6. We know that the molecule is glucose or fructose, and without any dot structure, if we want to calculate the total number of BP, LP as well as sigma and pi bond also, then the procedure will be N1. Calculate the value of N1. So here is carbon contains 4 electrons, so 6 into 4 plus 12 into 1 plus 6 into 6. So here is 24 plus 12 plus 36, 36 and 24, 60, 72. So value of N1 is 72. The value of N2 will be 2 into number of H atom, which is 12, plus 8 into other atom 6 carbon, 6 oxygen, so it is also 12. So here is 24 plus 96. So 120. So value of N3 will be 120 minus 72. It is 48. So number of bond pair will be 48 divided by 2, 24. Number of lone pair will be 172 minus N3. 72 minus 48 divided by 2. So it is 20. Divided by 2, which is equal to 12. Clear? So here is the detail in case of C6H12O6 and the number of pi bond also. So number of pi bond, tetravalent atom, carbon 6 plus 1 minus monovalent atom, hydrogen divided by 2, so value of pi bond is 1. So number of sigma bond will be bond pair 24, so 24 minus 1, 23 sigma bond, and lone pair which is 12. Clear? So in case of C6H12O6, number of sigma bond 23, number of pi bond is 1, as well as number of lone pair is 12. Clear? So how we draw the structure? Here is the glucose, 6 atoms, 1 2 3 4 5 6. So here is the number of pi bond is 1, sigma 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. And number of lone pairs 12. So 2 lone pairs on each oxygen. So we have 6 oxygens. So total number of lone pairs are 12. Clear? So here is the way to calculate number of sigma bond, pi bond as well as lone pair in a given molecule. Now dot structure. In case of firstly dot structure, one more bond which is known as coordinate bond. So what is coordinate bond? Coordinate bond. So actually coordinate bond is the combination of ionic as well as covalent bond, both. It is the combination of ionic and covalent bond. Actually coordinate bond is defined in 3 different ways. First is simple coordinate. For example, we have HNO3, nitric acid. Here nitrogen contains 5 electrons symmetrically according to its dot structure. Polyvalent atom, bivalent atom, we have 3 oxygens, monovalent atom, then the outer layer of monovalent atom. So from outer to inner, bonded these atoms according to their requirement. Suppose hydrogen contain 1 electron, so sharing of 1 electron with O. Similarly, sharing of 1 electron of O with N. Here double bond is formed due to the requirement of O. And the octet of nitrogen is completed. Now to complete the octet of oxygen, here lone pair of nitrogen is donated to oxygen. In this case nitrogen act as donor atom and oxygen act as acceptor, and this bond is known as coordinate. Once again, according to its dot structure, after sharing of H, O, N and O, all atoms having fully octet. So here to complete the octet of oxygen, nitrogen donates our lone pair to oxygen. In such donation, this lone pair is also counted as an electron pair of O as well as N both. So nitrogen, here nitrogen act as donor atom and the oxygen act as acceptor atom. But in previously we have discussed that the coordinate is the combination of ionic and covalent bonds. So coordinate may be replaced by ionic and covalent bonds. So most appropriate structure of coordinate will be, here is HON double bond O, and coordinate is replaced by covalent bond, and the head of arrow, coordinate head of arrow contains negatively charged and tail of arrow contains positively charged. Here is the best representation of nitric acid molecule. Clear? in which the formal charge present on nitrogen is +1 and formal charge present on oxygen is -1. This is the way to represent the most appropriate way to represent the coordinate bond. Clear? So number of bond pairs in this molecule is also counted, such as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in which 1 is pi bond and all 4 are sigma bond, and according to its dot structure octet rule may be satisfied. Clear? So here is the simple coordinate. Now one form of coordinate is called adduct formation. Adduct formation. What is adduct formation? Actually, adduct formation coordinate between two different molecules. Suppose here is the ammonia and here is the borane. Nitrogen contains 5 electrons in the outermost shell, 3 are shared with hydrogen. Clear? And in case of borane we have 3 electrons only, so all 3 are shared with hydrogen. But after the sharing of electron, in case of boron, the octet is not completed, while in case of nitrogen it is completed and one lone pair is also left on N. Clear? So to complete the octet of boron, here the lone pair of nitrogen is donated by nitrogen to boron. This form of coordinate between two different molecules is called adduct formation. In adduct formation, one molecule acts as Lewis base, electron rich, and another acts as Lewis acid, electron deficient. So here BH3 is the Lewis acid, which is electron deficient, and ammonia acts as Lewis base, which is electron rich species. Clear? And the coordinate between ammonia and borane is called adduct formation. One more form of coordinate which is known as back bonding. What is back bonding? So here is the molecule like BF3. Boron contains 3 electrons in the outer shell and all 3 are shared with fluorine. Clear? So after sharing with fluorine, the octet of boron is not completed. 1 electron pair is required to complete its octet. So terminal atom fluorine contains 3 lone pair in each fluorine. So terminal atom donates electron pair to the vacant orbital of boron. Such bond is known as back bond. In case of back bond, actually terminal atom donates the electron pair to the central atom, while in case of simple coordinate, central atom donates the electron pair to the terminal atom. Clear? So it is the basic difference between simple coordinate as well as back bond also. So here is the 3 form of coordinates: simple, adduct as well as back bond. Now electronic dot structure. So there is no rule about dot structure. Actually dot structure is suggested by the property of molecule, physical as well as chemical property both. So in case of typical molecule, we have idea to draw the dot structure initially without any rule or theorem. So here is some typical molecule like hydroxy acids of sulfur and phosphorus like H2SO3, H2SO5, H2S2O7, H2S2O8, H2S2O3, H2S4O6, H3PO4, H3PO3, H3PO2, H3PO3 whole thrice. So all these molecules are hydroxy acids of sulfur and phosphorus. Clear? And one point is, remember that in case of hydroxy acid of phosphorus and sulfur, the geometry with respect to central atom, it is always tetrahedral. So with respect to central atom, we have 4 bond pairs, either in case of sulfur, hydroxy acids of sulfur, or hydroxy acids of phosphorus. But one is exception, which is first one. Only in case of H2SO3, molecule is pyramidal due to presence of one lone pair on sulfur. But except this molecule, all these molecules having tetrahedral geometry with respect to sulfur as well as phosphorus or central atom. So here is the point for hydroxy acids of sulfur and phosphorus. So by using such point, we can easily draw the structure of these molecules. Suppose in case of sulfur, the arrangement of bond with respect to central atom is such as sulfur double bond as well as 2 single, while in case of phosphorus double bond and 3 singles. So no one lone pairs are present in case of sulfur as well as phosphorus, and we have 4 bond pair excluding pi bond. So the geometry with respect to central atom is always tetrahedral. Clear? So by using such arrangement, suppose we draw the H2SO5. So sulfur bivalent atom, monovalent atom, bivalent one more oxygen, monovalent atom. We have 2 hydrogens. So here is the oxygens are peroxy oxygens, 2 oxygens, in which the oxidation state of oxygen is -1 and the oxidation state of air sulfur is +6, and the basicity of this molecule will be 2. Clear? This molecule is also known as karyoacid. While in case of phosphorus, here is H3PO4, we have 4 oxygens like this, 3 hydrogens like this. So this molecule is H3PO4, in which all 3 hydrogens are replaceable in nature. So basicity of this molecule is 3, as well as the oxidation state of phosphorus will be +5. Clear? So here's the way to draw the dot structure. Left molecule, we have drawn this one and this one. Now H2SO3, in case of H2SO3, it is exceptional molecule in which 2 hydrogens are directly attached with O. So the basicity of this molecule is 2, but due to presence of one lone pair, the geometry with respect to sulfur, oxidation state is +4, and the geometry with respect to sulfur is pyramidal, trigonal pyramidal. Here is an exception. In case of H3PO3 or H2S2O7, firstly, this is the oleum like this. Two hydrogens are directly attached with those, so the basicity of this molecule is 2, and the oxidation state of each sulfur is +6. Clear? Next molecule is H2S2O8, which is Marshall acid, peroxy acid also. Here is the sulfur, 2 oxygens are in form of peroxy, and left all 6 is in form of oxides, where the oxidation state is -2. These are -1 peroxy oxygens. And the oxidation state of each sulfur is +6. Clear? Next molecule is H2S2O3, which is thioacid. A totally different dot structure of H2S2O3 like this. Here the oxidation state of this sulfur is +4, while the oxidation state of this sulfur is 0, according to the arrangement of bond, and the basicity of this molecule is 2. Molecule is H2S4O6. Here is 4 sulfur directly attached. This is the molecule. One more point, this is the molecule in which S single bond S bonds are present. But except this, no one contains S single bond S. Simply thioacid contain S double bond S only. This is the arrangement of terminal sulfur. In this molecule we have 2. Basicity of this molecule is 2, and these are per-thioxy sulfur, in which the oxidation state of each sulfur is 0, and the oxidation state of terminal sulfurs are +5. Clear? This molecule H3PO3, H3PO2, many times asked what is the basicity of this molecule or the oxidation state of phosphorus in these molecules. So here is the dot structure responsible for its basicity as well as oxidation state both. In case of H3PO3, we have 3 oxygens like this. So one valency of phosphorus is associated with hydrogen, so only 2 are associated with O. So the basicity of this molecule is 2, and the oxidation state of this phosphorus is +3. Clear? While in case of H3PO2, we have only 2 oxygens are associated with P. So left 2 are associated with H. So 1 is associated with O. So number of replaceable H is only 1. The hydrogen which is directly attached with oxygen in case of hydroxy acids are replaceable in nature. So in case of H3PO3, we have only 1 H which is directly attached with O. So number of replaceable H in case of H3PO3 is 1. Now, what is the oxidation state of phosphorus? It is +1. Clear? So these are the some exceptional molecule. One more, H3PO3 whole thrice. So what is the dot structure? H3PO3 whole thrice. It is a cyclic structure in which alternately phosphorus and oxygens are attached like this in case of hexagon like this, while each phosphorus contains one OH as well as O, double bond O, single bond OH, double bond O, single bond OH. This is the dot structure. So oxidation state of each phosphorus is +5, and for this molecule, if someone asks the number of POP bonds, so how many POP bonds? Here is POP, 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 only 3 POP bonds. And how many OPO bonds are present in this molecule? So with respect to one phosphorus, here is OPO, OPO, sorry, OPO, and here is another OPO. So we have 3 OPO with each phosphorus. So total number of OPO are 9. Clear? So this is the dot structure and overall information of hydroxy acids of sulfur and phosphorus. One point is, remember that the geometry with respect to central atom in case of hydroxy acid of sulfur and phosphorus is always tetrahedral. So it helps the dot structure and to identify the other information like oxidation state as well as basicity of the molecule also. Clear? Now some more molecules like P4O6, P4O10, B2H6, B3N3H6, Na2B4O6, allotropes of phosphorus like P white, P red, P black, S8, BCl2, BCl2 liquid, BCl2 solid, so what is the dot structure of these molecules? These are some special molecules. In case of P4O6, first P4O6, we have 4 phosphorus like this, and all oxygens, 3 or 4 oxygens are at the middle of the each phosphorus like this. Clear? One is upward to the plane diagonally associated with phosphorus, and another oxygen is downward to the plane diagonally associated with each phosphorus. So here is the dot structure of P4O6, 3-dimensional ball type structure, and the oxidation state of each phosphorus is +3, and the information about POP bonds. So here is POP, 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 POP as well as POP. 6 POP bonds. And how many OPO bonds with respect to each phosphorus? Here is OPO bond 1, OPO bond 2, and one more OPO bond 3. So with respect to each phosphorus we have 3 OPO, so 4. Total number of OPO are 12. Clear? So this is the dot structure of P4O6. Now in case of P4O10, one more oxygen are associated with each phosphorus like this in form of double bond of O. So only one is changed. Oxidation state of phosphorus is now +5. Clear? Here is the dot structure of P4O10. Now B2H6. This is the dot structure of diborane B2H6. B2H6. So here is the boron, which contains 3 electrons in the outermost shell. So we have 3 hydrogens are directly attached with 1 boron or each boron like this. 1 boron also, 3 hydrogens are directly attached with. Clear? But after the sharing with hydrogen, the octet of boron is not completed. So to complete its octet, these 2 electrons, 1 hydrogen and 1 boron, is shared between another boron also. So these two electron rotates between B, H as well as B also. This is known as banana bond or bridge bond. Bridge bond or 2E3C bond, 2 electron with 3 center bond. Similarly, these two electron rotate between 3 centers like this. So one bridge also formed. In case of diboron, we have 2 bridge bond or 2 2E3C bond, 4 2E2C bond. These normal covalent bonds are also known as 2E2C, 2 electron with 2 center bond. So we have 4 2E2C, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 2 2E3C, 1 and 2. And these banana bonds are perpendicular to the left molecule. Clear? If all 4 hydrogens are at the plane of whiteboard, so one hydrogen is outward to the plane like this and another hydrogen is inward to the plane like this. So these banana formations are like this one, and left hydrogens are in the plane of whiteboard. These banana are this much. Clear? One more thing, the bond length of banana bridge bond, if it is assumed as x1 and normal BH bond, it is x2. Then due to 2 electron between 3 center, x1 is slightly larger as compared to x2. Clear? Here is the bond length. So x1 is slightly larger as compared to x2. Most important dot structure. Many times question is asked based on dot structure of B2S6. Now B3N3H6. This is borazine, B3N3H6, which is also known as inorganic benzene. Inorganic benzene. So what is the dot structure of inorganic benzene? Here is B, N, B, N, B, N. Alternately, boron and nitrogen are associated at the corner of the hexagon like this. Clear? And with respect to each nitrogen and boron, one hydrogen is also associated. After sharing, the octet of nitrogen is completed, but boron is not completed. One electron pair is required. So due to the formation of coordinate between N and B, the octet of boron is completed, but coordinate is the combination of ionic and covalent bonds. So it can be replaced with the help of covalent as well as coordinate like this. Donor atom gets positively charged and acceptor atom gets negatively charged. So all boron and nitrogen get same property like this, negative, positive, negative as well as positive. So here's the dot structure like benzene. So it is also known as inorganic benzene. Clear? Next molecule is Na2B4O6. So this molecule is called borax, and the dot structure of borax like this. Here is a 4 boron like this, and oxygen are at the middle of each boron like this. one oxygen is at the center like this, and two oxygens are at the 2 boron, and sodium transfer the electron for oxygen atom like this. So here is the dot structure of Na2B4O6. Sorry, Na2B4O7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Na2B4O7, borax. Clear? The oxidation state of each boron is +3. So in this molecule, how many BOB bonds? BOB. So BOB, 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 BOB and BOB. So we have 5 BOB bonds, and how many OBO bonds are present? OBO, OBO, OBO. 3 in each. So 3 OBO, OBO, OBO. 3. So 12. Clear? Next molecule is phosphorus white. Phosphorus white is the unit structure like P4. We have 4 phosphorus, 1, 2, 3, 4. With respect to each phosphorus, the geometry, hybridization is sp3 and geometry will be trigonal pyramidal. Clear? Next is P red, phosphorus red. Red phosphorus like this. So is the red phosphorus. Unit linked structure, actually it is the P4 whole N type molecule. P4 units linked in sequence matter. Next, P black, which is the sheet structure like this, hexagon units. This is the P black, hexagon units repeated on sequential matter. Now S8, it is the rhombic sulfur crown structure. With respect to each sulfur, the hybridization is sp3. And geometry, due to presence of two lone pair, it is V-shaped molecule. Now BeCl2, simply BeCl2, B contains 2 electrons in the outer shell and 2 chlorines are associated with like this electron deficient molecule BeCl2 in vapor form. In liquid form we have a dimer unit. Here is the simply BeCl2 molecule, but in liquid form it is BeCl2 whole twice. This is the vapor, this is the liquid, like BClClB, but this is the bridge bond. And BeCl2 solid, whole N, solid, each is bridge bond to complete the octet of B, linear linked structure BeCl2 whole and solid. Clear? So these are the some typical molecules. Some more like CaOCl2, CaC2, CrO5, Cr2O7 2 minus, MnO4 minus, SiO4 4 minus, Si2O Si2O7 6 minus, disilicate, monosilicate. So these are some more examples. So in case of CaOCl2 bleaching powder, calcium, which is the alkaline earth metal, always form ionic bond. So here is the attachment of chlorine to transfer one electron towards Cl as well as O, in which ionic bond is formed like this. So CaCl2 molecule gives how many ions? One is Ca2 plus, OCl minus as well as Cl minus also. In case of CaC2, C triple bond C and Ca transfer 2 electron to each carbon like this. Here is 2 positive. So only one sigma bond is present in case of CaCl2, while in case of CaC2, 1 sigma and 2 pi bonds are present. Now CrO5, dot structure of CrO5 is the butterfly structure, most important dot structure like this. The oxidation state of chromium is +6 since all these oxygens are peroxy oxygen and this one is normal oxygen. Many times asked the oxidation state of chromium in case of CrO5. Next structure is dichromate structure. What is the structure of dichromate ion? Here is the structure of dichromate. With respect to each chromium, geometry is tetrahedral like this. Clear? The oxidation state of each chromium is also +6. Permanganate ion, which is also tetrahedral. Permanganate ion. Monosilicate SiO4 4-, which is also tetrahedral. Here is negative. Bond angle is 109 approx. Si2O7 6-, which is disilicate like this. Negative, negative, negative. Negative, negative, negative. Clear? So these are the some dot structures. By using dot structure, objective question can be asked like this. Suppose one question is, which of the following contains all three types of bond? Which of the following contains all three types of bond? And here options are like NH4Cl, NaN3, NaNO2 or NaNC. More than one options are correct. So according to this question, by using dot structure we can easily decide all three types of bond like ionic, covalent as well as coordinate. So in case of ionic, firstly we see which of the following contain highly electropositive element. Here is Na. So all these molecules are ionic. Clear? And in case of NH4Cl, it is also ionic, since the dot structure of NH4Cl like ammonia coordinate H plus as well as Cl minus. In case of ammonium as well as Cl minus, ionic bond occurs. Coordinate also. So this is the molecule in which all three types of bonds are present. Now all are ionic with the help of another bond like NaN3. Here is double bond N, single bond N, coordinate N, and Na transfer one electron to N. So ionic, covalent, coordinate. This one is also contain all three types of bond. NaNO2. Here is O, double bond O, and Na transfer to this one. Coordinate is absent. NaNC. Coordinate also. So this molecule also contains all three types of bonds. So here answer will be NH4Cl, NaN3 as well as NaNC. All three molecule contains all three types of bond, ionic, covalent as well as coordinate also. Clear? So this is the way to solve such type of problem by using the dot structure. Now next topic is valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. Valence shell electron pair repulsion theory, which is also known as VSEPR. Valence shell electron pair repulsion theory, VSEPR theory. This theory is for the geometry of molecules of non-metal. Molecules of non-metal. Clear? The VSEPR theory depends upon following three assumptions. Firstly, every atom tends to stay apart from other atom. Why? Actually, each atom having a dense electron cloud around it. So if the distance between atom is maximum, then the repulsion of electron cloud will be minimum, and the stability will be maximum. So every atom tends to stay apart from other atom. Clear? Suppose we have two atoms. So one is like a dark circle and another is like light circle. If we want to join these atoms, then we have only one way, like this. So geometry will be always linear in case of two atoms. But if we have three atoms, here is the central atom and two atoms are at the linearly with central atom. One more arrangement like this at the bend shape. But in this geometry, the first assumption, which is every atom tends to stay apart, is fully satisfied. As we move in bend shape, the distance between atom is decreased. But if we move linearly, the distance of these atoms will be maximum. So according to first assumption, the most appropriate arrangement of three atoms will be linear. Clear? Second assumption is that the total number of valence shell electron pair are the sum of the bond pairs and lone pairs present on the central atom. The total number of VSEP, valence shell electron pair, are the sum of the bond pair and lone pair. For example, suppose we have the molecule methane. Carbon contains 4 electrons in the outer shell and all 4 are shared with hydrogen, like this. Clear? So the number of bond pair with respect to carbon in methane, bond pair 1, 2, 3, 4. Number of lone pair, which is 0. So number of valence shell electron pair, which is 4 plus 0, 4. Clear? Suppose another molecule like ammonia. Here is nitrogen contains 5 electrons, 3 are shared with hydrogen. So one act as lone pair. So with respect to nitrogen, how many bond pairs? Here is 3 bond pair. How many lone pair? It is 1. So we have how many VSEP? This one is 3 plus 1, 4. Clear? So simply the total number of valence shell electron pair with respect to central atom, it is the sum of the bond pairs as well as lone pairs. Clear? Next point is that the space occupied by the lone pair around central atom is larger as compared to bond pair. What is the meaning? Suppose here is the central atom and these are terminal atom without any lone pair. So the arrangement of 4 atoms is like this. Central atom is at the center of the triangle and all terminal atoms are at the corner of the triangle. So the maximum distance between each atom is maintained. But if one bond pair is replaced by lone pair due to presence of lone pair, one bond pair is replaced by lone pair and left 2 are associated with bond pair, like this. Here is all our bond pairs, so repulsion will be cancelled out. So the bond angle of each bonds between is 120 degree. But according to third assumption, the space occupied by lone pair is larger. Maximum space occupied by lone pair around central atom. So the bond angle will be decreased. Here is bond angle theta 1 and here is theta 2. Then theta 1 is always greater than theta 2. Why? Since the lone pair repulsion is dominated over lone pair bond pair repulsion, which is dominated over bond pair repulsion. This is the point. That's why the bond angle decreases on increasing the lone pair around central atom. Clear? Or you can say here's the 1, 2 and 3 repulsion. In this molecule, all having third type of repulsion, which is BP. But in this molecule, here is 2, 2 and here is 3. And 2 is dominated over 3. So the bonds are close to each other and the bond angle will be shrinked. Clear? So here is the 3 assumption once more. According to first assumption, every atom tends to stay apart from other atom. There is the first assumption of VSEP. Second assumption is the valence shell electron pair is the sum of the bond pair as well as lone pair present on the central atom. And the third assumption is the space occupied by the lone pair around central atom is larger as compared to bond pair. Clear? Next, one more point. Since pi bond is not responsible for the geometry of molecules, so it is not counted as a bond pair. Suppose we have a molecule like CO2. Here is pi, here is pi. So pi bond is not counted. So BPR only 2, sigma is counted, only 2. Lone pair is 0. So we have VSEPR 2 plus 0, 2. Clear? Is it clear? Now, by using these assumptions, we will draw a table in which all possible cases will be considered, such as VSEP, valence shell electron pair, in which bond pair. Next is column is for lone pair. Now shape. Now example. Clear? Now geometry. Now bond angle. Clear? And last column is for hybridization. So in first case we have 2 VSEP, all 2 are bond pair without any lone pair. So shape with respect to central atom, it is linear. For example, like BeCl2, B contain 2 electrons and 2 are shared with chlorine. Both are shared with chlorine. So with respect to B, the geometry will be linear like this. Here is the bond angle 180 degree. And how will you write the hybridization? So we have 2 VSEP, 2 lines are drawn. One is for S and another is for P. If we have 3 VSEP, 3 lines are drawn. One is S and left 2 are P. So here is sp2. 4 lines sp3. 5 lines sp3d and so on. Clear? So hybridization will be sp3. What is the meaning of hybridization? sp hybridization, which indicates in the formation of BeCl2, one S and one P orbitals are intermixed with each other of beryllium atom. Hybridization is simply meaning that the intermixing of nearly same energy level orbitals is known as hybridization. If we say hybridization is sp3, then it means central atom 1s and 3p, 1s and 3p orbitals of central atoms are hybridized or intermixed with each other. Clear? We have 3 VSEP, all 3 are bond pair without any lone pair, so shape will be trigonal planar. Example is BCl3, boron contains 3 electron and all 3 are shared with chlorine. So trigonal geometry will be at the center, boron is placed at the center of the triangle and at the corner of the triangle chlorines are placed. Here bond angle is 120 and hybridization will be sp2. Clear? In second case, 3 VSEP in which 2 are bond pair, 1 is lone pair. If we have 1 is lone pair, so lone pair is replaced 1 bond pair from trigonal planar site. So molecule is converted into V shape or bent shape. So here is molecule is V shaped. Example like SnCl2, Sn contains 4 electron, 2 are shared with chlorine, so 2 act as lone pair. So here is Sn is placed at the center of the triangle in place of boron like this, and 1 lone pair are in form of dotted line, 2 chlorines are attached like this, and due to repulsion of lone pair bond angle is slightly decreases like 118 degree or less than 118 also. Hybridization will be sp2. Clear? Now if we have 4 VSEP, all 4 are bond pair without any lone pair. So geometry will be tetrahedral. Example like SnCl4, stannic chloride. In case of Sn, all 4 are shared with chlorine. So Sn exit at the center of the tetrahedral. 3 chlorines are occupied at the corner of the triangle base pyramid, and 1 is at the top of the triangle base pyramid. Here bond angle is 109 degree, hybridization will be sp3. Clear? In this case, we have 3 different possibilities of, suppose we have 4 VSEP in which 3 are bond pair, 1 is lone pair. If 1 lone pair is present in tetrahedral geometry, so it will be occupied in top of the triangle base pyramid, so geometry will be trigonal pyramidal. Trigonal pyramidal. Example is ammonia. Nitrogen contains 5 electrons in which 3 are shared with hydrogen, so 1 act as lone pair. So geometry with respect to nitrogen, here is N, 1 lone pair is at the dotted line and left 3 are associated with H. bond angle 107 degree approx, hybridization sp3. Clear? Next, if we have 4 VSEP, 2 bond pair, 2 lone pair, 1 more lone pair, so one site is replaced by lone pairs, so molecule is V-shaped. Here is H2O example. Oxygen contains 6 electrons, 2 are shared with hydrogen, so 2 act as lone pair. Clear? So here O is placed and 2 lone pair are at the 2 corner of tetrahedral sites. Left 2 bond pairs are also at the 2 corner of tetrahedral sites, so molecule becomes V-shaped. Here is the bond angle 105 degree approx, hybridization will be sp3. Now next case, if we have 5 VSEP, all 5 are bond pair without any lone pair, so shape will be trigonal bipyramidal. Trigonal bipyramidal. Clear? Example is PCl5. Phosphorus contains 5 electrons and all 5 are shared with chlorine like this. So with respect to phosphorus, we have 5 bond pair without any lone pair. How they are arranged? So phosphorus exists at the center of the triangle like this. One chlorine is outward to the plane and another chlorine is downward to the plane. So these are axial if the bond length is x1, and these are equatorial, bond length is x2, then x1 is greater than x2. Bond angle here is 120 on planar side, but outward and inward here is 90 degree. Clear? One more question is asked. How many bond angles are 90 degree in case of PCl5? So 3 bond angle outward to the plane which are 90 degree and 3 are inward to the plane which are 90 degrees. So total number of 90 degrees bond angle are 6. 3 outwardly and 3 inwardly. Clear? Hybridization will be sp3d. Next possible case, we have 5 VSEP, 4 are bond pair, 1 is lone pair. In case of 5 VSEP, if lone pair is initially appeared, then it will be occupy planar site. According to its stability, the lone pair is initially occupied to planar site. So here is one planar bond is replaced by lone pairs, so we have the geometry like seesaw structure. Seesaw structure, example like SF4. sulfur contains 6 electrons in which 4 are shared with fluorine. So 1 act as lone pair and 4 are bond pair. So here sulfur is placed at the center of the triangle, 1 lone pair is at the one side of the triangular and left 2 fluorines. One fluorine is outward to the plane, another is downward to the plane like this. And due to the repulsion of lone pair, here bond angle less than 120 degree also and less than 90. Hybridization sp3d. Next, if we have 5 VSEP, 3 are bond pair, 2 act as lone pair, one more trigonal sides is replaced by lone pair, so geometry will be distorted, T-shaped molecule. Example is IF3. Iodine contains 7 electrons in the outer shell, in which 3 are shared with fluorine, so 2 act as lone pair and 3 are bond pair. So here iodine is placed at the center of the triangle and 2 lone pairs are at the 2 corners of the triangle like this. One is fluorine and one fluorine is outward to the plane, another is downward to the plane like this. Bond angle less than 90 degree, hybridization is sp3d. Clear? Next, if we have 5 VSEP, 2 bond pair, 3 lone pair. So one more trigonal site is replaced by lone pair. So geometry will be linear. Example like XeF2, most important molecule, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 are shared with fluorine. So 3 are lone pair, 2 are bond pair. So here iodine is replaced by xenon and left all 3 lone pairs are occupied by trigonal site. One fluorine is outward to the plane and another fluorine is downward to the plane. Here the bond angle is 180 degrees. So geometry will be linear and hybridization is sp3d. No effect on hybridization. Hybridization since depends only upon the valence shell electron pair, and in all cases we have same VSEP, so hybridization will be same. Clear? Now next example or next case which has 6 VSEP. All 6 are bond pair without any lone pair. So shape with respect to central atom is square bipyramidal. Square bipyramidal. Example is SF6. Sulfur contains 6 electrons in the outer shell and all 6 are shared with fluorine like this. So geometry with respect to sulfur, it is square bipyramidal. Sulfur exists at the center of the square like this. Clear? One fluorine is outwardly and another fluorine is downwardly. Like this. One fluorine and another fluorine is downwardly. And here all the bond angle are 90 degree. Hybridization will be sp3d2. Now we have 6 VSEP, 5 bond pair and 1 lone pair. 5 bond pair and 1 lone pair. So initially lone pair occupied the axial site So distorted square pyramidal. Example is IF5. One lone pair and 5 are bond pairs. So iodine exists at the center of the sulfur or square, fluorine at the corner of the square like this. One lone pair at the outward to the plane and another bond pair in form of chlorine which is at inward to the plane, and due to effect of lone pair is the less than 90 degree. No bond angle is 90 degree, all are less than 90 degree due to the effect of lone pair, and hybridization will be same as sp3d2. Now we have 6 VACP, 4 bond pair, 2 lone pair, 1 more lone pair. So geometry will be square planar. Example XeF4. Xenon contains 8 electrons in the outermost shell, in which 4 are shared with fluorine. So 2 are lone pair and 4 are bond pair. So xenon exists at the center of the square like this, and fluorine are at the corner of the square. One lone pair is upwardly and another lone pair is downwardly. Bond angle 90 degree, hybridization sp3d2. Next case, we have 7 VACP. All 7 are bond pair without any lone pair. So shape with respect to central atom is pentagonal bipyramidal. Example is like IF7. Iodine contains 7 electrons in the outer shell and all 7 are shared with fluorine like this. So geometry with respect to iodine, iodine exists at the center of the pentagon like this, F, 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 F as well as F. Here is the pentagon. One fluorine is outward to the plane and another is inward to the plane. So with the help of Wesh-Dash notation, outward to the plane as well as inward to the plane. Here is the planar side contains 72 bond angle and here is 90 degree. And how many bond angles are 90 degree? In this geometry it will be 10 bond angles, 5 outwardly and 5 inwardly. And hybridization is sp3d3. Clear? Next, if we have 7 VACP, 6 bond pair, 1 lone pair. So here is distorted square bipyramidal. Example is XZF6. Xenon exists at the center of the pentagon. Here is the distorted pentagon due to the effect of lone pair. One is upward to the plane and another fluorine is downward to the plane. Here is bond angle less than 72 degree as well as less than 90 degree also. Hybridization is sp3d3, same. So here is the all possible cases of hybridization in case of compounds of non-metal. One more point. On moving down in the group, the bond angle gradually decreases. Suppose if we compare H2O as well as H2Se, so in periodic table sulfur is downwardly in periodic table as compared to oxygen. So the bond angle in H2S is less than O. Why? Due to weak bond pair repulsion. Suppose here is H2O, here is H2S, oxygen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 are shared with hydrogen. So with respect to oxygen bond pairs 2, lone pair is also 2. So we have VSEPR 2 plus 2, 4. So with respect to oxygen, geometry will be V-shaped like this. Hybridization is sp3. Clear? And with respect to H2S, it is also V-shaped, same detail, 2 lone pairs and 2 bond pairs like this. But in case of oxygen, since the electronegativity of O is greater than S, so shared electron shifted towards central atom. So bond pair repulsion increases as compared to sulfur, whose electronegativity is less than oxygen. So if bond pair repulsion, then bond angle increases. Here is 105, but due to weak repulsion between bond pair, lone pair repulsion dominated over bond pair and bond angle is approximately 91 degree. So point is, on moving down in the group, H2Se, H2Te, on moving down in the group, bond angle gradually decreases. So here the bond angle order like H2O, H2S, H2Se as well as H2Te. Clear? So as we move down in the group in periodic table, bond angle gradually decreases. Is it clear?